Hey, how you doing, YouTube? So, quick video here. Do you realize that every single thing you do in life is for your food? You know, in the Bible, I believe it's in the book of Ecclesiastes, it says everything for the stomach. Everything. I mean, it talks about it several other places in the Bible. It talks about everything a man does from birth until death is for the food in his stomach. Now, you don't think about that. It's such a profound message. I want to keep this video short. I could talk about this for hours. And some of you would not even understand what the heck I'm talking about. Think about it. You go to work, the front door of your house is so you can leave to go get more money, and the front door of your house is so you can come back to cook more food for your stomach. You actually don't need a house, but you do need food or you will die. You need water or you will die. Think about it. Your car is so you can go back and forth and get more food. Now you think life is more profound than that, like, oh, I'm living a much more profound life because I'm retired or I got a lot of money and I get to go to the beach every day, or I got a nicer house than my neighbor. But when it comes down to it, the only thing you need is right here, food. I got a simple chicken noodle dish here tonight. And the only thing, every single move you make 24 hours a day is to get more food and more water. Now, your water might be fancier than your neighbor's. Your food might be lobster and your neighbor's only having a tuna sandwich. It doesn't matter. You know, it's funny. Most rich people don't understand that every single move they make is just to get more food. They just like more expensive food. But the poor man needs food also. Every move you make, even the pictures on your wall, are just to make your life easier while you're eating and cooking your food. All these fancy pots and pans are just an easier way for you to get food. It just makes you feel better to have this stuff. You think about all the crazy, fancy, rich foods we eat in America today. It's amazing. Every person in America could almost cut back on their food 50%. And you'd be perfectly fine. The carpeting in your house is just so you can walk around and have more comfort until you get more food. I hope you understand this message. It is a profound message. The knickknacks on your wall are just for your eyes. They have no purpose at all except to look at them. Even gifts, when people give each other gifts, there's really no purpose. I mean, they could just tell you they love you. Why isn't that enough? But you have to have a gift and stare at it, and it reminds you that so-and-so loves you until you get more food. I mean, think about it. I mean, that's what the problem is in America today. We have 46 million people on food stamps who cannot provide enough food for themselves. And they call this the richest country in the world. I say the richest country in the world is the country where its citizens can get food easily. You know, and you think, every single thing you do, the health insurance you buy is so you can stay healthy and provide more food for your family. See, it just goes round and round in a circle and a circle. That's just like the book of Ecclesiastes talks about. We're all chasing after the wind, but we will not catch it. Every single move you make, you're trying to get a promotion so you can hopefully get a bigger house and save more money. You know, I want you to think about this next time, YouTube, you're sitting down to your meal. That's the only thing you actually need. Do you know how easy your life would be if the only thing you provided for yourself was 3 meals a day and a gallon of water? How easy would your life be? But you see, you think about it, every single thing else you do is for comfort and pleasure. Food and water is the only requirements you need. You got probably a $3,000 bed. Some of the people have a $20,000 bed, one of those fancy beds that they're selling nowadays. Some people have a $300 bed, but we all sleep the same until we can get up and go in search of more food. This more, give me more, doesn't matter. We all eat the same can of beans. We all eat the same ground beef for hamburger. If you think you're special because your beans cost twice as much, you're crazy. The only thing you're doing is working twice as hard to get almost the exact same food. That car you have in your driveway, those trips you take, all the luxury, all the vacations, it all comes down to 3 meals a day and some water. Now that's why most of us are getting fat in this country, because we're eating 7 meals a day and we're drinking beer and smoking cigarettes and soda and candy and cake. Oh man, let them have cake. That is 2012. The whole United States runs after cake now. Cake after every meal. Egg rolls, all kinds of fancy cream puffs, chocolate. I mean, pizza, chicken, fried chicken, right out of a cardboard box. But when you think about it, the only message I wanted to tell you here was every single thing you do revolves around your 3 meals and your 3 glasses of water a day, or your 1 gallon of water. That's actually all you need is 3 healthy meals. Every single thing else you do is for your pleasure. The food is required. You have to get up. Like it says in the book of Genesis, you will work for your food. Well, that's only 3 meals a day. And a gallon of water is all you actually need. The man who is the freest in his mind and in his time has figured this out. 3 meals a day. Like they used to say, 3 hots and a cot. But the fool chases everything else in this world and causes all the stress to be poured upon him. The fool chases all the stresses of this world just to get more knickknacks, more cars, more boats, more guns, more silver, more jewelry, more clothing. And it's all for nothing. You actually are no better off in this world than the guy who has 3 meals every day, a gallon of water, and just enough for a small apartment. This guy has his time. But the average person who chases all these luxuries, as the rich man, any average rich man will tell you, it takes a lot of time to manage that money and keep the money and make the money and invest the money. You become a slave to that money. And if you don't believe the rich man telling you that, you should believe the Bible. Even if you don't borrow money, you're still a slave to money. If you, the guy who has $50 million, he spends about 30 hours a week just thinking about what the next move is for that money. Plus, on top of that, his job. So this guy has sold 24 hours a day, 7 days a week of his time just to have more money. So something to think about. A profound statement. The Bible is not wrong. Everything you need is only 3 meals, 3 healthy meals, and a gallon of water. Everything else you desire and chase after is nothing but foolish luxuries. Do you know how easy your life could be if you just went out and got your 3 meals and your gallon of water and just lived a simple life in a small apartment or on a small piece of land, debt-free? You would be the freest man in the world. And that's according to the Holy Bible. God cannot lie and God cannot be wrong.